Hey everybody, it's me, Julieann Hartman, and I'm so excited to spend another Thursday with you. This is going to be an exciting teaching today because I want to see you succeed. I am not going to allow you to ever feel failure in your life whatsoever. Even let that word even be spoken around you. You are very important to this world, and I just want you to know that if you were plucked out of this world, what would we be missing? Well, we'd be missing a lot. So it's very important that you know that your life is very important to your community, to your state, to your friend groups, to your families, to everyone. You are an integral part of life around you. And don't you forget that. So don't let the things that maybe didn't work out or maybe didn't look so good or just didn't turn out right or didn't turn out at all ever affect you and ever stop you from moving forward. That is it. No, absolutely not. Do not allow any of that to stop you. We keep going. We don't fail. We never fail. You know, people think that failure is it, that's the end. Well, we here at Vision Possible, we believe that you fail forward. That it always takes you, it catapults you into your future of something wonderful and great happening to you. And so we are all here to give you some amazing tips about what's going on in the world of business. And so we've got Butch Hartman on Mondays. And of course, you know, that's my husband. And my husband, we've been in entertainment our whole lives. I mean, honestly, I don't remember a time that I wasn't involved in entertainment, either working directly in or being associated with it through my husband. And so it's a very crazy business, and it is definitely not for the, what we call the faint-hearted, right? So you got to be very strong and not allow people to dictate to you and tell you whether you're going to be successful or not. That's definitely number one. Then we have Carly Hartman, who is actually our daughter as well. I swear this is not a whole family there, but we've got some amazing family members, right? And we have a daughter, Sophia, that's putting this all together. But Carly is someone who literally started working with social media when she was just a kid, and she would spend hours and hours and hours at our kitchen table trying to figure it all out. And not only did she, but she was very successful in it in her own business, and then went on to work for a multi-million-dollar company, which is what she's doing now. So we've got a lot of people in around us. We've got Nathaniel Spiers, who definitely, I mean, that guy is an entrepreneur from, I think that if you asked his mother, probably from the day he was born. And so he's got so much insight to tell you just how to do things and how to be a successful entrepreneur. And just by some of the mistakes that he's made, he's going to show you how you can be empowered to win in anything that you try to do. And then we have Ryan Haley, or actually we have me first. I'm on Thursday, which is like today. And then we have Ryan Haley on Fridays. And Ryan is going to help you out in the financial world of this, because let's face it, that's a big problem. You know, everybody says, well, I'd love to start this, but I need money. Well, Ryan is going to help you navigate the whole financial world. He is a financial planner, and he will definitely help you. I mean, he's got so many, just create like amazing ideas for people, and for people to learn how to go find money, where they can find money for investment, and even for their own personal. So you are safe with us, you guys. You've got some amazing people here wanting to help you and to see your life be successful. And so I wanted to share with you a little bit. Remember, my whole teaching is literally about showing you and telling you how you can be successful, because see, you might have money and you might have resources of people and contacts and all that. But what if you lacked confidence? Because that's a big problem. What if you let fear hit you so hard that you never started anything because you were too afraid to get in front of people? You were too afraid to get on the phone. You were even scared to even write an email. You were so afraid to even come out with the great thing that is, you know, on your agenda to do in your assignment in life. You know, this is an assignment in life. that's what's so incredible about it, is that we think sometimes that it's just for maybe, for that day or for that month. But no matter what you do, whether your business stays in business for 30 years, 50 years, 100 years, or 6 months, you still have put a mark on the business industry. You have put your footprint or your hand stamp or whatever you want to call it into the world of business. So whether you think you failed or you failed forward, as what we say, or you tried something, the experience that you got from that is unlike any other experience. Where are you going to get experience like that? Are you going to do that sitting in your homes, in your bedrooms, and not doing anything and just dreaming of it? No, you got out and did something. And that's what's so important, is that you actually got out and did something. So I want to help you even get there. And today we're going to talk about fear, because fear is a big problem. Fear stops anybody in its tracks, literally. Fear is meant to do one thing. It is meant to torment you. It is meant to paralyze you. It is meant to have you stop doing and going forward. That's what fear does. And some people, levels of fear kind of go all over the place. You have some levels of fear of just like, well, I'm afraid to do it, but I did it anyway, and then I got over it. Or, this fear is just like trying to keep me, but I'm going to conquer it anyway. I'm going to go after it, and I'm going to do it trembling and shaking, but I'm going to get there. And then you have the third kind of fear, the third level of fear, that you are paralyzed. And that's when anxiety comes in, and literally you can't even leave your house. That does happen to some people. And it just breaks my heart to see that happen, because I know that whatever your assignment is in life, whatever your purpose is, it must come to pass. And there's an adversary out there that is wanting you to fail and not even to try it. Not trying something is actually the failure, if you think about it. Not doing anything is failure, if you want to call something failure. Not doing anything. But you doing something is not failure, nor will it ever be. So get that out of your mindset. And if anybody ever came to you and said something like that and tried to put that kind of a thought in your mind, that is not true. You don't listen to them, because they don't know what they're talking about. They're coming from their own limited sources. And that is nothing. So you have to disqualify what people think about you and what people say about what it is that you've been assigned to do in this life. There are millions of people walking around with no purpose. Like purposeless. What's my purpose? What's my purpose? We've been mentoring people for over 10 years, my husband and I, and we hear the same thing over and over. Whether you are 25, 18, 16, or you're 55 or 70, we have heard it all. And it's been, I still don't know my purpose, because a lot of people had to go to work because of, they needed to pay their bills. And so they just took on careers that they really weren't very happy with, but they knew that they had to do something, right? They knew that they had to put food on their table. So they had to do something, but it wasn't what they were called to do in this life. And so there's an unfulfilled part of their heart. And I know what that feels like, because I felt that many times. There's an unfulfillment part of your heart. Until I started doing what I do now and what I've been doing for the last 10 years, as far as professionally, I didn't know where I fit in at all. But I know that I had a lot to share and a lot to express and a lot to teach. But I just didn't know how that was going to look and how it would even happen. You think about it, 10 years ago, we didn't have the technology that we have today, right? We've got amazing technology. I can be in your car, your house, your bed. I can be anywhere with you, on the beach, on a plane, anywhere, at any time, trying to encourage you to do some great things in life that you have been literally assigned to do. And so do not let anyone stop you. There's a lot of people that had ideas about things that that they were on the path to discover, but they felt for whatever reason, they got shut down. And now you're seeing some of the stuff that maybe they thought of 10, 15, 20 years ago could have been in IT or something like that. They're seeing all that happen. They're like, oh my God, I had that idea. What's very interesting is, and I've said this before, but there's a company out there called Spanx, and it was, the company started off with nylons and stuff that would hold you in, right? Because us girls, if you're not a girl, you just don't know what we go through, right? We want to be held in and not show belly fat or not let the bloating show and all that stuff, right? And my mom would make up her own dynamic of what is now called Spanx. And this is back in the 70s. And it's just so awesome when Spanx first came out, which is a multi-million-dollar company. But when we first saw it come out, I was like, oh my God, that's what my mom did. And it's just awesome to see that. But my mom was not in a place back then, nor had the confidence, hear what I just said, the confidence to do something like that, where she was already doing it. But she didn't have the confidence. And she probably didn't even think in a million years that she could deposit something like that into the world. Well, someone else did, which is pretty awesome. I'd love to have her come on the show one of these days, because it'd be awesome to have someone like that has, just taken the women's fashion into a whole other place, or women's self-esteem. I know they have Spanx for men too, but for women's self-esteem, and they have to show all the, the dimples and all that stuff from the cellulite and the fat and all that kind of stuff, which, does break your confidence when you feel like you're fat and you're out of shape and you feel like everybody's looking and your clothes don't fit good and all that stuff. Hey, it does play an important role in your confidence if that's where you put your confidence. Did you hear what I just said? If you put your confidence in your body or in your looks, that could be a problem. We're all going to age. We're all going to get older. And that's a good thing. That's an amazing thing. And I am excited. I love the fact that I'm in my late 50s, because I'm enjoying every minute of it. And I have done everything I've ever wanted to do. And I'm continuing to do everything I've ever wanted to do. And that's what is so awesome about it. But fear is a dream killer. Let's face it, right? Fear is a dream killer. I want you to say that right now. Fear is a dream killer, because that's what it's meant to do. It's meant to stop you. Stop you. Fear is false evidence of things appearing real, right? False evidence appearing real. I added some words in there, but it is false evidence appearing real. But I put in there false evidence of things appearing real. That's me. So anyway, but no matter what, false evidence of things or false evidence appearing real. False is a key word here. Fake stuff. Stuff that hasn't even happened. Stuff that may not even happen. Stuff that has maybe nothing to do with what you're doing at all. But that's where you've put your confidence. That's where your heart is. Our heart plays a big part of this. So if your heart is condemned, you know what condemned means? When something has been condemned, like a building has been demolished, it's been literally taken down. Well, what happens when you condemn yourself or someone else condemns you? It tries to take you down. It takes all of your confidence away, all of your self-esteem. That's what it's meant to do. It's meant to literally take a bulldozer to your heart and completely destroy it. Isn't that interesting? But that's what it does. So you don't want to let that happen. You want to guard against that. And the way you do it is you stay focused on your calling. You stay focused on your assignment. You stay focused on your vision. That is the only way that you're going to keep that. You're going to keep it going. You're going to keep momentum. You're going to keep moving forward. Fear is torment. It really is. And people say well, it's good to have some fear. Well, let me tell you something. At my age, there's been not 1 ounce of fear that I said I was glad that I had. You know why? Because little fear along the way that we think, quote unquote, is good to have, it builds up and it becomes this big wall of fear, which then this wall is sitting right here in your face. And now you're not budging. you're not moving because you have been literally like paralyzed in your mind. And that is what we're going to guard against. So we're starting off right away with fear, because fear is bad. Okay. Fear is not good. And there's no reason for us to warm up to this conversation. It's time to get down and to get serious, to tell you, I want you to do this. I'm going to give you homework. I want you to write down the things that you're fearing with your vision. Or maybe you don't have a vision yet and you're fearing that. The fact that you might be in your 50s, you might be in your 40s, you might be in your 30s. And I've heard 20-year-olds say, I'm so afraid I don't have a vision yet. Well, you know what? At 20 years old, you may not have a vision yet, but it's on its way. Right? And I know that people that are older are afraid, like, oh my God, what if I don't have a vision? There are things that you're doing that you would do just because you love them. There are things that you would do that you wouldn't even want to get paid for because you love it so much. Those are the kind of things that I believe that God has put in your heart to do. So I want you to make a list of all the things that would make you be in fear of moving forward with something that you absolutely love to do. Okay? This is very important information. Making a list of the things that are making you fear doing the things that you love to do. All right? And then I want you to make a list of those things that you love to do. You need to put it on paper. That's what we get afraid of sometimes. Like, I've got a notebook, right? This notebook, I put everything down on this notebook literally daily. Or I use my phone and I text myself, or I put it in the notes or something. But I make sure that I communicate with me every day. It's very important that you do that. You need to communicate with yourself daily, because thoughts come up, things come up. Sometimes you think you're going to remember and then you totally don't remember, and you're like, oh, what was that thought? And now it might be gone for good. But that's why I put it in my notes, or I text myself. That way it doesn't go away, and then I can remember it, and then I can work on it during the week. You know, it is such a blessing to be able to come to you guys each week, for all of us 5 days a week, to encourage you in whatever area that you're looking for. And I encourage you to listen to all 5 of us, because it's not just one that's going to have your nugget. We are all going to have your nugget, because we all are coming from different places in our life. We're coming from different ages. We're coming from different experiences. So I highly recommend you listening to all 5 of us. Now, with fear comes doubt, and doubt is a big problem. I always say this: doubt your doubt. When you feel doubt about something, start doubting your doubt. Say, no, you know what? Doubt. If this is doubt, you say, doubt, I doubt you. I'm not letting you tell me what I'm going to do. You are something called doubt, and I don't believe in you. I don't trust you. I don't like you. You're lying, and I'm not going to listen to you. You know? These are things that you can do, but you got to get strong. You got to get powerful and confident and say, nothing is going to stop my vision from coming to pass. Nothing is going to stop the momentum of the things that I know that I've been assigned to do. I am not allowing all these little details of things that could be solved very easily. You just have to get some people around you, or do some research and find out answers, right? But it doesn't mean that it is a dead end and a no-go. That's only if you allow that wall to go up and you patch up the door and you don't let anything out. So don't do that to yourself. You are far more important to this world than you even know. I said that earlier. You know, you don't have a say in this. You just look at you and you look at all your flaws in the mirror, and you say, like, oh, I look like this, or I look like that, or look at the lines on my face, or who's going to listen to me? You know, I'm just a young person, or who's going to listen to me? I'm an old person. Everybody in my community knows I made a mistake. I'm this, I'm that. I started that business. It didn't work. All those people think that I'm a horrible person. That's you. That's you condemning yourself. Not everybody feels that way about you, but you have to be strong now. You cannot listen to those lies, even if you're lying to yourself. Even if it's you speaking to you, don't do that to yourself. It's very important that you know your worth. It's very important that you know that you are so worthy of everything. Like, why not? Who said that you're not? Did you judge yourself again? Saying that you don't deserve certain things because of mistakes that you made, or your lack of doing anything or whatever, or your lack of, not having any resources? No, that's you. Don't say that to yourself. Put these things out there. We need you. We need you. We need your idea. We need your vision. We need all of you out there helping this world be a better place. So I hope that helped you today. And I'm going to leave you with this scripture. This is my scripture for Vision Possible. I love it because this is what helps me every single day. Habakkuk, say that. Habakkuk, it's Habakuk. 2:2 says, write the vision and make it plain on tablets. So I am telling you to write your vision and make it plain. Write it down. Do that homework I just told you. And if other people on this platform are giving you homework, it's for you. It's not for us. My homework to you today is to write down the stuff that you're afraid of and the stuff that you really want to do. But remember, write the vision down and make it plain on tablets so that when you read it, you will know where to go and what to do. Thank you guys so much. God bless you. And we will see you